Good afternoon, everybody. It's day 3 of the MC Daily Vlogs. Is it really day 3 already? I can't believe I've actually done something 3 days in a row, pretty much about the same time, too. It's crazy to think. Especially thinking that I would remember that given all the gray hairs that I have going on up here. It's another beautiful day up here in northern New York. So today, I mentioned yesterday my grass is getting kind of long, so today I'm going to mow the grass. But first I want to come down here and check out the river. You can see right over my shoulder, there's some ducks behind me. Those are ducks, right? No, those are geese. Sorry, those are geese. You know, mama geese, or mama goose, papa goose, and the little baby geese. I was coming down here. Before I went to work this morning, it was nice and calm out here, which is my preferred time to go fishing. Actually caught myself a bullhead catfish and a sunfish, or not a sunfish, a bluegill. If you look right now over my shoulder, see, it's kind of choppy a little bit because of the wind, and that just messes my bobber all up. It's hard to tell, especially when it's a smaller fish, where it's at and if it's actually hitting on it or if it's just the waves doing it. Look around over here again. See, there's the dam over my shoulder that blocks the flow, but it goes all the way back around over there. And then over my shoulder there, when you go around, it cuts off to the right. Then you take another left and another right, and it goes out to the main part of the Black River. It's a nice river to go canoeing on. I've gone out there with my daughter quite a few times. But again, today I'm gonna hopefully by the time I get done mowing the lawn, because I've got to do the side yard, the front yard, and then the backyard over here. Hopefully by the time I get that done, it'll all be nice and calm out here again, so that I can maybe get a little fishing in, some relaxing in. But so today, real quick, other than telling you, hey, I'm gonna go mow the lawn, I want to let you know a little bit of how I hurt my back. Today is how I hurt my back. It happened actually about 13 years, a little over 13 years ago. I was out doing training at the National Training Center at Fort Irwin, California. Again, I'm in the Army. We do rotations out there to do exercises out there. And one night, I was driving a Humvee, which is one of the military trucks, and we were driving in, we were practicing how we would drive in real world circumstances. So we were driving with our lights off and with night vision goggles on, or nods as we call them. So we were sitting there, we were driving along. There was a big washout in the road. And when we hit that washout in the road, we didn't see it because with the night vision goggles that we had, you couldn't see anything. You can see, but there's no depth perception per se. So I didn't see a washout in the road. It was about a foot and a half, maybe 2 feet even. When the front 2 tires of the truck came down and hit that, I came up out of my seat. Now I had my seatbelt on, of course, and it stopped me from going into the windshield, but it caught me. But I still came off my seat a few, 3, 4, 5 inches. When the back of the truck came back down, obviously because we were going forward, I slammed back down into the seat, and it compressed the discs in my lower back. Let me tell you, that hurts. Okay, it hurts. Long story short, it took about 2 years because shortly after that I deployed to Afghanistan. About 6 months later I deployed to Afghanistan. And then while I was there, I started having back spasms. I'd had it checked out at the aid station. No x-rays or anything like that, or MRIs. But they actually diagnosed me with back spasms. Gave me a shot of Toradol, and worked pretty good. But gradually it was starting to get worse. It was always stiff. And before I could get it checked out, after I got back from my couple months in Afghanistan, 6 months later, I deployed again, this time to Baghdad. My back was bothering me the whole time. So when we got back, they said, hey, you need to go get your back checked out. So I went and got it checked out, and went and got an MRI, my first MRI done in the summer of 2006, I think it was. No, 2005, I think it was. That's when they figured out what was wrong. There's one of the discs in my back, which is the cushions between your vertebrae, had actually ruptured. It tore, leaked some of that fluid out. Now, it's not a complete collapse, but there was a noticeable reduction in the disc space. There's a couple other areas too that had, mild or minor bulges in there. So they sent me to physical therapy. Wasn't really doing much of anything. that I could tell. Deployed again a year later for 15 months this time. Back still wasn't getting any better. You know, kept going, same thing. Gradually, you know, the MRIs, I'd get one done every couple of years, and it was just getting worse, gradually worse. Until about 3 years ago, when, after my shoulder surgery, they finally got me in to see the pain doctor here at Pain Solutions in Watertown, Dr. Bola. And he sent me in for another MRI, a new one, because I hadn't had one in a while. And there they found that not only were those discs that were bulging before, they had actually been herniated now. And other discs further up my back were starting to bulge. So things were getting progressively worse. What that does, when you reduce that disc space, that cushion in there, in your back, you've got nerves that run in between, that are threaded between the vertebrae, the wings on the sides of your vertebrae. Those are called the facets, okay? With the gradual lowering of the disc space, there's not as much room for those nerves. So that's what was pinching on the nerves, causing my back pain. So he went through a few tests. He did facet blocks, which are just temporary numbing, last a few hours, just to see if that would work. And they did. They worked pretty good. So then he moved it up to a radio frequency ablation, or RF ablation, or RF treatment, where essentially, and I'm not a doctor, all right? This is how he explained it to me so that I'd understand it. So I'm going to explain it to you the same way. He sticks a probe down. He stuck 3 or 4 probes down in there, in between the vertebrae, all right, under an x-ray so you know he was in the right spot. Then he sends electrical pulses through to make sure he's in the right spot next to the nerves. Then what he does, he heated it up to 100 degrees to burn off those nerve endings, basically cauterize off those nerve endings. Now when he told me about it, he said, you know, this could last anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. It really just depends on how long it takes your body to regenerate those nerves, how long it takes them to grow back and get the feeling back up. Well, for me, it lasted about 8 months the first time. So I went back, he did it again. At the time it only worked for about, 6 months or so. And recently, back in January, I just had another round of them, this time on both sides. And it really didn't do much. It's nothing Dr. Bola did wrong, just my body has gotten used to it. And about the same time, that's when I started getting into the consults to see the surgeons. So there's some of the treatments that I've had, how I hurt my back. If you have more questions, by all means, drop them in the comments. And I'll answer them as best as possible. Again, next week on the 26th of May, I go for my pre-op appointment. So I have some more details about the surgery and what all that's going to entail. So I have some more details that night, either Thursday night or Friday night. Actually, I have off on Friday, so it might be during the day on Friday while I'm out fishing, if it's nice out because I have the day off. But we'll figure it out, all right? And I'll pass that information along. Men, again, if you have any comments or questions, feel free. Drop them down in there in the comments section. Like us, share, like the vlog, share the vlog, subscribe to the vlog, tell your friends about the vlog. Follow us on Twitter, MCDailyVlog. Tell your friends, share it. If you know somebody who's getting ready to have back surgery, send them our way, okay? Hopefully they'll be able to see what's going on. Maybe they're having something similar. Maybe they've had similar kind of pain, similar kind of diagnoses, and maybe then, maybe they could go talk to their doctor and say, hey, what about this surgery? Is this an option for me? If it is, then they can, follow along, see what they have to look forward to, or really, not really what to look forward to, but what to expect with the surgery and the recovery from the surgery. Because that's the main goal of this site, or this page, this channel, is to pass along that information to help other people out. Pass it along, keep me occupied too, and get the news out there. But that's, I think, all I've got for today. If you got any questions, again, feel free, drop them in the comments. You can email me, mcdailyvlog@gmail. You can hit me up on Twitter, MCDailyVlog on Twitter, or down here in the comments section here on the video or on the page. All right. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Hopefully you've got as beautiful weather as I've got out here. Look at that. It's about 65 degrees, light breeze. It's beautiful. Anyway, have a great day. I've got to go mow the lawn. Have a good one. Bye.